This is The Way You Lead, a show for the new era of leaders who are ready to rise. I'm Joshua Church, and every week we explore how to lead from the inside out with strength, heart, and authenticity. Through stories, strategies, and conversations with embodied leaders, you'll gain what you need to lead yourself and others in today's changing world. The way you lead matters, and now is the time to step up. All right, welcome back to another episode. I'm grateful that you are tuning in. Today, I wanted to share with you a story and my takeaways from a sauna session in San Francisco and what it reminded me about leadership and about being a founder and being a creative and networking and connection. So I went to San Francisco recently and I didn't plan to network. I went there to catch up with a friend before going up to Mount Shasta, and we went to this sauna garden because there's this place that had a beautiful sauna that you could have like a pay for a drop-in session to go use the sauna and cold tubs. And I walked out of there with 3 new meaningful connections and fantastic conversations and new humans that I now know. And so I want to set the scene for you here and share my takeaways. So we show up to this sauna place in San Francisco. It's called Alchemy Springs. Highly recommended if you're up in San Francisco. So shout out to Alchemy Springs. And I'm going to see my friend Joe, and we haven't caught up in a while. And we go in the sauna, we start chatting, and then a few other people. There's probably 8 other people that ended up coming into the session. It's a massive sauna for context. Now, I love meeting new people and having conversations. And I started talking to the 2 girls that came in. I think it was just a friendly hello, or it's hot in here, huh? Or like something that's super casual. And that's something that opened up the deeper conversation, because some people will be closed off to that, and that's totally fine. Other people will be open to that, and you can tell. And so this was one of the takeaways I have as well, is as you are out and about, and you want to start a conversation with someone, it's like my friend Corey always had the say anything rule. Like, say anything. It doesn't matter. If you say something, anything, you can be like, shoes, I like your shoes. Or you can be like, wow, this sauna is beautiful. Or you can be like, hey, do you want a grape? Like, it can be anything. Or what's good on the menu here? Say anything, and you will instantly get a gauge of how open someone is to connection, how open or closed off they are to want to continue to start a conversation or actually connect. Now, important caveat here is to remember that their openness or closed offness to connection or conversation has nothing to do with you. That is not a you thing. It's a binary, it's a switch, it's a yes or no, and that is a them thing. And that's a them thing based on, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt, based on the kind of day they're having, based on what's going on in their life right now. You just don't know. And so when you're in the mindset of wanting to build connection or have conversation, say anything, and you will get a gauge and see very quickly if that person is open or not. It's like binary. It's like, oh, cool. Like they responded, like their energy is open. So like, cool, let's continue having the conversation. And you have a conversation from there. And that leads to amazing things. Like not everybody in that sauna was open. By the end, every single person was, because we all started to become open together, and it created this ripple effect where now everybody was open. But you don't need to come up with some crazy line or anything like that. Just say anything and you will see them open. So started having a conversation. Amazing. 3 people in particular, we ended up having in-depth conversations with in the sauna, and then outside we went in the cold tub. Turns out one of them, super small world, we know like the same 3 or 4 friends. She comes down to San Diego and visits her cousins who live down here. And I'm very close friends with one of her cousins, very close friends, like incredible. And like we sent a selfie to that person. Fantastic. Like, it's such a small world after all. So like, you never know what taking the chance on having a conversation with a random stranger could lead, or what dots could connect. And it led me to think, like, this is the way that businesses are built. This is the way that relationships start. This is the way that friendships start. This is the way that business is referred, because there is an incredible power of loose ties, of meeting someone that okay, I know this person does this thing now. Great. That logs away in my brain. When I need something like that, now that person comes back up. or we're connected on social media and now I'm reminded when I see their posts, oh yeah, this person does this thing. So like when I need help with that, I can ask them. Or when someone asks me, do I know anybody who I'm looking for someone who specializes in X, Y, or Z thing? Now I'm like, oh yeah, I met this person in the sauna in San Francisco and they do this. Let me connect you. And so that's the way that it happens. And like growth does not happen in a vacuum. Growth does not happen in a vacuum. It happens from getting out there and rubbing shoulders and getting sweaty with people, right? And one of my friends, Alex, said that the sauna is one of the last frontiers of phoneless interaction, which I loved. And it's so true. And that's why I always tend to have the best conversation in the sauna, because like you're just sitting there. There's no device or barrier that you have that's going to block you from connecting with someone. And so it's one of the final frontiers of being able to have more openness and connection, which leads me to want to now be off my phone more when I'm just sitting down waiting for coffee or I'm in line, because when you are on a phone, that connection goes to your phone and now you're closed off inherently, or it becomes a lot more difficult for someone to like to catch a vibe if you are open for connection or not. So those loose ties can be very powerful. They expand your world, and social media can help amplify these moments as well when used right. And this is why social media is a great tool, because all three of those people, well, one of them wasn't on social media, so I got his number instead, but the other two were on social media. And so by the end of, building and establishing conversation, was like, cool, like it was nice to meet you, like let's stay connected. What's your Instagram? What's your social media? That's, in my opinion, is using social media for good. It's like, let's stay connected, because like now I know you and we had a fun conversation, and like, let's stay connected because we don't know where this could lead in the future. Or next time I'm in San Francisco, or you come to visit me, or like you ask for something, or I think of you for something else, or I can recommend you or refer you. So that is really powerful and important. And as a founder or as a creator or as a business owner, we need to always be doing this. Every single interaction that you have, or every single time you go out and about, like make it a goal. How can I build a connection and walk away with now following a couple new people on Instagram and they're following me? Like that's the way that you build a following. People would want to build a following by trying to go viral. It's like, yeah, sure, go for that. But like I'm focused on building a following by building connection, because that's even more authentic and real. So I coined the phrase now, ABC, the phrase ABC, always be closing, but instead of ABC, always be closing, ABC, always be connecting. Always be connecting, or at least making the effort to connect. Because here's the thing, real leadership is about going first and taking the chance on a random conversation. It's initiating to see if there's a connection there, and being totally fine and okay if there's not, because again, it's not a you thing. If there's no connection, then that's not a you thing. That's a them thing. Great, cool, awesome. More for us. Move on. So that is what I want to invite you to think about here today, is to remember that it doesn't happen in a vacuum. You got to get out there, take that chance on having a conversation, say anything, and think about replacing networking with connecting, because networking can feel this transactional thing, but connecting isn't. It's a deeper thing. And the other thing is to remember to use social media to your advantage as a tool of, like, if it was a great conversation, ask them, are you on Instagram? Let's stay connected. People love that. That's amazing. It's not weird to be like, oh, what's your Instagram? It's like, are you on IG? Like, let's stay connected. It was a great conversation. Like, let's totally stay connected. And if you've had a great conversation, they're gonna be like, heck yeah, fantastic, great, more connection. So that's what I want to just drop on here and share, and hopefully remind you that next time you go out and about, or you're at an event or something, like be open to that conversation, take that chance and go first, say anything. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning into this little quick, juicy, bite-sized one. Hope you have a wonderful week. Remember, ABC, always be connecting. I will see you out there.